Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on the broadcast tonight. Alongside Dickerman, I'm Brian Fritz as we get set for Stikforce 3, Scars and Stripes.
We've got a lot of great action tonight, of course, put together by the community over at the forums at easportsmma.com. So stick around, big fights coming your way next.
Thanks for joining us tonight for what should be a very exciting night of fights. Brian Fritz alongside Dickerman as we get set for the latest live broadcast here of EA Sports MMA, Stikforce 3, Scars and Stripes.
Good to be back here on the live broadcast. Our first matchup is going to be Afro Wiki, or is it Afro Kiwi? I'm not sure. Taking on MMA Bless. Then we're going to follow that up with Dr. Knockout and Smoke 'em. That sounds like it should be a barn burner, Fritz.
Absolutely. Then we followed up lightweight division action. Blade Flyer taking on chinowales.
Sounds like a great card. Starting things out with actually Afro Kiwi is the correct pronunciation of his name.
Afro Kiwi, Afro Wiki. I mean, either way, I think is actually correct.
We'll clarify that during the fight. Let's go ahead and get down to the action.
And let's take a look at the numbers between these first two guys. We see Muay Thai, a fighter for Afro Wiki, taking on a boxer in MMA Bless.
That's actually Afro Kiwi, and you look at the numbers here, and the one big number that jumps out is the submissions very low on Afro Kiwi. So should the boxer, MMA Bless, happen to get into the ground, he's going to have a great advantage as far as these submissions go, because even though he's a boxer, his submissions are way up there with an 89.
We talk about MMA Bless 3-0 in Stikforce action so far. And then on top of that, he's won all his fights by submission.
Yeah, and he's a boxer, for goodness sakes. That makes him a true mixed martial artist. There he is right there.
By the way, he was in the Middle Easy Heavyweight Grand Prix, too, and he ended up losing in the semifinals.
He's done very well for himself. That leaves this next guy, Afro Kiwi.
Afro Wiki.
Kiwi, actually.
See, there was a problem in the last time he was on the live broadcast, and he said that we screwed up his name, so I just want to make sure we get it right, and it's Afro Wiki.
No, it's Kiwi.
You sure
Wiki was what we said last time.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Look at the records between these two guys, and look at that, almost 2,700 wins for MMA Bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We thank you for joining us at the HP Pavilion. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. With a background in boxing, fighting out of Lithuania, the punk, Tony Kobayashi.
That was the blue corner. Jimmy Lennon Jr. was saying there. The blue corner.
And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner.
Still trying.
This man is a Muay Thai fighter, fighting out of New Zealand, John the Giant Killer Cooper.
See, New Zealand, Kiwi, you get the whole tie-in. Not Wiki. He's not part of WikiLeaks. He's a Kiwi.
I thought he was part of Wikipedia, like he was trying to advertise that he was on Wikipedia. He was that big of a deal.
No, he's a Kiwi.
Here we go, middleweight action.
Afro Kiwi.
By the way, he's only 1-6 in the live broadcast, but he's already stunned MMA Bless.
MMA Bless, he got to be the favorite coming into this fight. But Kiwi, he always has exciting fights. You never know what you're going to get with him.
The last time we saw him on a live broadcast, when it comes to Afro, you have to go all the way back to Mystic 6.
I can't even remember that far back.
Well, he beat Stikforce President Rupdat by TKO in what was an awesome fight.
So his sole win was the one victory over Rupdat.
Right, and by the way, Rupdat, thanks to all his help for helping put together tonight's broadcast.
Yes. But either way, Afro Kiwi, when he comes to fight
again.
And he does stuff like this. He goes out there. He's almost like the Vanderlei Silva of EA MMA. He just comes out, he fights, win, lose, or draw. He's going to put on an entertaining fight.
Absolutely. Don't forget, you can go in the chat room right now, easportsmma.com. Preston's in there. I believe Nick Lang is around there as well.
That's modern-day Vanderlei Silva, not old-school Vanderlei Silva.
If you want to impress Nick Lang, say the word.
Oh, look out. Hold on. Afro Kiwi's hurt.
He's going to hold on here, though, but he's been stunned, knocked down, and MMA Bless now trying to take advantage on the top.
On top there in half guard. Okay, how do you impress Nick Lang?
You, when you're in the chat room, just say the keyword pop.
Pop.
He always likes a good pop.
He calls soda pop, doesn't he?
He calls something pop.
Okay.
MMA Bless getting to work here on the top.
He's on top, grinding away.
You can see the stamina. They're going way down right now for Afro.
You got that big guy on top of you pounding away. He's trying to work out a half guard. Afro Kiwi holding him down. Keeping that position.
Doing good body work here is MMA Bless. Just
Boy.
wearing him down. Look at the stamina all the way down right here. He can pass easily.
There. Oh, nice. He's going for a knee ball right
Wow,
there.
look at that. What a great transition. Remember, he's won all his fights by submission.
Straight into the knee bar. Afro Kiwi's in a lot of trouble here. MMA Bless might have this.
He's grinding it in there.
Kiwi's doing everything he can to defend. He's almost
He
got
almost
it.
had it locked in right there. He's got it locked in again.
Oh, he's almost got it. He is
so
all
close.
over him. A submission master is MMA Bless.
He is right there holding on to this.
So close. There it is.
He's
There it
got
is.
it right there.
Got
He's
it.
got to tap out. Tap out right there. MMA Bless victorious once again. 4-0 now in Stikforce action, and once again a winner by submission.
Another big submission win. He transitioned right out of that half guard position straight to the knee bar. Great movement, great transition.
We saw him get in trouble early on in this fight a couple of times. Look at that. Gets him down on the ground, takes advantage, transitions beautifully into that knee bar, holds on, and finally makes Afro Kiwi tap out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by way of submission, the punk, Tony Kobayashi.
Afro Kiwi not victorious again, but once again an exciting back and forth fight. He had him hurt a couple times.
Absolutely. I mean, just seconds into the fight, he hit him with that roundhouse kick to the body, did it again within 30 seconds later or so, had him in trouble, but could never really capitalize on that. And you look at the numbers here, and MMA Bless, when it comes to the final numbers, dominating, he lands 31 more strikes overall.
I think all those were on the ground, too.
Yeah, a lot of those were on the ground. 61% of his strikes actually landed, but the big thing was the knockdown, and took advantage once he got him down on the ground, gets that knee bar, and makes him tap out.
Yeah, another big submission victory there for MMA Bless. Continues that strong streak of fights he's had. Going to move out to what should be a very exciting matchup if you just look at these guys' names. Dr. Knockout and Smoke 'em. That tells me somebody's getting punched in the face and repeatedly.
That's what we like to see. Dr. Knockout with a Stikforce record of 1-2. Smoke 'em has a Stikforce record of 5-1. Don't necessarily have to look at the records, though, because both these guys have very exciting fights. We'll see how long this one lasts.
And these guys are super experienced, too. Master Green Belt, Dr. Knockout, Master Blue Belt, and Smoke 'em. So they've got a lot of experience. Should be an exciting fight.
Look at the numbers between these two guys. A couple of boxers going at each other. Health pretty high. Submission, as you would expect, though, pretty low. But both guys, even though they're boxers, Dickerman, have really good ground skills.
Yeah, they have good ground skills. Submission's a little on the lower side, but that's okay. I think both these guys are probably going to keep this on the feet. Stand-up battle, little head hunting, some punching, some kicking, and then somebody falls down, another guy gets his hand raised.
Absolutely. So we were talking about these guys and their fights before. Smoke 'em, his lone loss was a submission loss against MMA Bless in a battle of the unbeatens. By the way, he's won 3 of his 5 wins have come by the way of knockout.
He's a stand-up fighter. That's why you call him Smoke 'em. You know, if you got a name like Smoke 'em, you better be able to throw some hands.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you wondering, Murfreesboro, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
I didn't know that.
Dr. Knockout coming out here.
Likes to deliver his knockouts with precision, like a doctor.
His lone Stikforce win was just 2 weeks ago when he was on the live broadcast. He defeated Brother Lynch. You talk about the experience factor. Look at these guys. Over 1,400 wins for Dr. Knockout. Over 1,600 for Smoke 'em.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We thank you for joining us at the HP Pavilion. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue background in boxing, fighting out of the United States, Cole McCullough.
There is Smoke 'em.
And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained in the discipline of boxing, fighting out of the United States, the legend, Roger Uno.
There he is, Dr. Knockout. Couple of stand-up fighters here getting ready to throw some leather.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
Middleweight action coming your way. By the way, something unique that I'll point out when it comes to these two fighters. I think the only two guys I've ever seen, especially matched up in one fight, where neither guy has a tattoo.
Not a single tattoo on him, huh?
No.
That's even rare in actual real fighting, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to list the number of fighters you can think of with no tattoos on their body in the sport. Maybe Rich Franklin. And I think I stopped there.
But I think, yeah, you might be right. Very few.
I don't know. I don't have to check other people. BJ Penn? I don't know.
Possibly.
He may have one. I'm not sure. Fighters without...
Whoa! Dr. Knockout's already been stunned.
Smoked him there with a big shot to the head. Knockout with a desperation takedown attempt. Smoked him around the back end. Nick Lang says Ryan Couture, the son of Randy Couture. Fought recently on Stikforce, his first defeat.
He's got a tattoo coming. Guarantee it.
His dad didn't seem to start getting him until much older.
Right. Could smoke him here on the top, taking advantage of this position.
Smoke him got both hooks in there.
And he's just going to hold this position right here, I think, and either flatten him out, either try to cinch in a choke or turn him over and get full mount.
Yeah, Dr. Knockout does not want to hang out here. He's got to slip out that back door or somehow escape because he's just getting pounded away out here.
And that's going to be very tough, I think, when you're talking about the experience factor both of these guys have. I mean, you start playing this game for a long time, you know how to hold position. I think it makes it very difficult when you get yourself in a precarious position like this to get out of it.
Yeah, even in the fight game, in the real world, if somebody really knows how to keep your back and hold your back, you're stuck there for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
They'll sit on you like a backpack, and you just can't do a dang thing.
And it's smart right here when you talk about Smokum and what he's doing. He just stands there, and he's just going to punch him over and over again until maybe Dr. Knockout makes some other kind of mistake, and he can take advantage of it.
It doesn't make for the most exciting bit of action here where he's just a constant up and down, punch him a few times, up and down, punch him a few times.
But he's in a dominating position, and he does not want to give that up.
Yeah, when you're in the fight game and you got two guys with this level of experience, sometimes this ends up being the case. A guy gets a chance to have a dominant position, whether it's exciting or not. Sometimes he just kind of hangs on to it, and there he is in the full mount now.
And Dr. Knockout's got to do something more than just put his hands up and cover his face.
Yeah, he's got to put his hands on the hips. He's got to tripod up, push out, try and regain at least half guard, full guard, or try and pop up and turn him so he ends up in the guard of Smokum. He's not been able to do either yet. He's just kind of defending right now.
Yeah, and good job right here by Smokum, able to hold on to that position.
Smokum got that high mount and makes it much more difficult to get your hips underneath the guy and push him and move him. If you can't get your hips under him, you don't have the power.
Long ways to go here in this first round, still over 2 minutes.
Dr. Knockout in a bad position, doesn't just want to sit here the whole time because Smokum's just going to punch him. And there we go, back to the back again.
And this is just as bad of a position, I think.
Oh, yeah. You're just getting punched in the head. There you see Dr. Knockout at least attempt a chance to get out, but Smokum keeping that control, not letting him out of there.
Thanks again to all the fine people who are on the EA Sports MMA website, taking part in the forum there. We always appreciate everybody checking out the forum, taking part in the conversation, helping us out, putting together the broadcasts.
It's like Shinya Aoki. When he gets on your back, he will stand there. There have been fights where the guy's walking around the ring and Aoki's just on there like a backpack, just hanging on. Remember the fight? It was the guy, I don't remember what his name was, but Aoki's got his back. And at one point, he just looks at the camera and goes, "Hello, America!" And then Aoki immediately slaps a choke on and chokes him out. He just looked like such an idiot. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was just the dumbest thing he could ever do in an actual fight.
Fantastic.
He thought he was being cute. He thought he was being funny. Thought he was going to get noticed on, television, but...
You screw around with a good fighter, and they'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hello! Can't do that.
That's not a proud moment for you or your family.
No, not at all.
Under a minute left to go here in the first round.
And
all smoke him so far.
all about Dr. Knockout has just been getting punched and pummeled and pounded his skull. And Smoke'em says, all right.
Oh, and he takes an up kick.
Imagine if he knocked him out right there.
That would have been
hilarious. Smoke'em.
And you can see Dr. Knockout, now he's standing up, trying to be a little bit more aggressive. These guys were kind of feeling each other out very early on in the fight for the first minute until it went down to the mat.
Yeah, Dr. Knockout really upset now. He's looking for the knockout. Now that he finally has a chance to stand up, he wants to smoke him.
20 seconds to go. Good block by Dr. Knockout.
Dr. Knockout, a tall 185er.
He is. But on the same thing, smoke him. He's a pretty thick guy for that middleweight division.
Yeah.
Get a couple of punches there by Dr. Knockout to finish out the first round. But
I'll smoke him that round, you know.
Absolutely. Dominated him on the ground. He just got him down there and would not let go of that position. He got his hooks in, and I mean, he had that position for over 3 minutes of that first round.
We were trying to figure out who we thought that Dr. Knockout looks like as far as a fighter goes. I think it's my buddy Corey.
Ah, that's exactly who it is.
If you want to go online, you go to like Facebook and look up Corey Krebs. You'll see him. You can look him up on SureDog too, because he's a fighter.
This is what Corey looked like 10 years ago before he got any tattoos.
Yeah. It's if you took an eraser to him and took off all his tattoos, that is who Dr. Knockout looks like.
Thanks, that was bothering me too. I was trying to figure that out. I was almost thinking, I don't know who I was thinking. I was just like, that reminds me of somebody.
You know, if Dr. Knockout wants to go in and change up his creative fighter, if you put a bunch of hideous tattoos on him, he will look like a good friend of mine. Corey Krebs. I think he's on SureDog. You can certainly find him on Facebook. I wouldn't recommend friending him, though.
Yep, he'll appreciate the plug, though.
There we go. Dr. Knockout's got to get something going here in round number 2 because I'll smoke him in round 1.
And Dr. Knockout has been a little bit more aggressive here. You can see him. He's standing there right in the box. Nice body shots there.
You can tell he was just completely uncomfortable on the ground. He just hated on the ground. And there he goes for a takedown. Didn't seem super wise considering how he did last time around.
Yeah, but maybe it's one of those situations where he's just not comfortable being on his back.
That could be the case.
There are a lot of people that like that, especially when you're a boxer.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that position where the guy's in the dominant position, whether it be the mount or the back. It's just a terrible place. Side control, too. I can tell you from personal experience. Dr. Knockout in the red gloves, smoke him in the blue.
And I will say this for Dr. Knockout, he is more aggressive. You can see smoke him now, a little bit more of a counter puncher.
Catching a lot of air there, those two guys. Dr. Knockout back inside. He's definitely aggressive on his feet, for sure.
And Dr. Knockout's going to the body a little bit more. Smoke him, not really going to the body, just going after the headshots.
Dr. Knockout's hunting him. He's pushing him. You know, he's controlling the pace right now.
He needs to. He knows he lost that first round.
Yeah, he wants to get to work. He wants to look for the knockout here and smoke him.
There's bragging rights on the line here. And Dr. Knockout, though, if I remember, he's only lost like 75 times.
Yeah,
with over 1,400 wins.
Very impressive record did Dr. Knockout.
When we talk about him being 1-2, it's Stikforce record. I mean, that's not indicative of how truly good of a fighter he is. But I also think it goes to show how stiff the competition can be on these Stikforce broadcasts.
You said indicative and stiff.
Yes, I did.
Both in the same sentence. It's funny. Smoke him coming back with a couple shots there.
You can see that cut under the right eye there of Dr. Knockout. And that has opened up a little bit more here in this round. The blood flowing freely now.
Big kick there by Smoke him. Dr. Knockout walks through it.
I have a feeling that there's not going to be much of this fight going to be on the ground going forward unless somebody gets knocked down.
Yeah, unless Smoke him can somehow get him to the ground where he was obviously very dominant.
Yeah, this has turned into a kickboxing fight.
Yeah.
And not that many kicks.
And that's where Smoke him wants it, or that's where Dr. Knockout wants it. Smoke him, it's hard to say where he wants it. He did so well on the ground. You think he'd want it on the ground. He's hurt, though.
Yeah, Dr. Knockout's really taking advantage of it. You can see his stamina was way low there for Smoke him, and you can see a big welt on the left side of his body there with all the accumulation of damage that Dr. Knockout has done there.
Yeah, he's picking away at that body.
That's a smart tactic. So that's some nice, good combinations there. Look at that. He is really starting to open up on him here. Mixes it up a little bit, goes to the body, goes to the head.
That body punch can do you big numbers. As long as you're careful with it. If you remember Quentin Jackson and Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell reaching for a body shot. That's when he ate a big uppercut from Quentin, put him to sleep.
The one thing, too, here with Dr. Knockout, I think he has a little bit more of a reach advantage. And he's been able to use that a little bit. He can stay on the outside a little bit more and still land some shots.
There he is picking that body.
And the stamina's all the way down again for Smokum.
Knee to the body now.
Dr. Knockout could take advantage of this right here, maybe. He's just trying to wear him down on that body.
Pushes away, wants to reconnect again, looking for that big shot. He wants the knockout. Hence the name, Dr. Knockout. Dr. Knockout, bald guy, red gloves, smoke him. Guy with hair, blue gloves. Guy with a big red welt on his side.
Coming up in 1 minute left to go here in the second round.
This seemed to be Dr. Knockout's round, so we would be one apiece right now.
And there is a big cut on the right side of Smokum's face. You can't see it right now, but saw a little flash of it. He lands a nice little spinning back fist.
Both these guys leaking from their faces. Accumulation of punches both on the feet and on the ground in round number 1 from Smokum.
It's been a good fight, but I think it's lasted longer than anybody expected, really.
Yeah, we thought we'd see a knockout by now. You know, Dr. Knockout's been looking for it. He's been headhunting and body hunting this whole round, but he has not been able to really even hurt Smokum so much. We haven't even seen him stunned.
Yeah, he's had a very, very good round here. 30 seconds left.
Very technical has Dr. Knockout been. Precision punching.
He's got a game plan going here. He knows what he wants to do. He's setting everything up by throwing first and going to the body, and then following up with a combination to the head.
Smokum trying to get something going here in round number 2.
Final 10 seconds.
Got to believe this is Dr. Knockout's round. One apiece. Unless you gave a 10-8 in round number 1.
I would not have given it 10-8, but you never know what the judges are going to do.
You never know. You don't know who's judging down there. We don't know who's down at the table.
You can see some of the highlights in that first round. Look at that cut under the right eye of Smokum, and a nice combination there by Dr. Knockout. And you can see all that work that he did, going to the body and then countering back with a left hook after going a right to the body.
Oh, no. Smokum quit. Something happened with Smokum. Whether his controller died, his machine unplugged.
Did he throw it against the wall in frustration?
I
don't want to hear about that.
I don't think so. I think he was in this fight. I think, maybe he lost his internet connection. This modern day world of online things and wireless controllers. You never know what's going to happen.
Things happen. By the way, when you
a tree could have fallen on the man's house. We don't know.
When you look at the numbers, totally distorted because of that first round and all the punches landed on the ground. But regardless, Dr. Knockout gets the win by disqualification.
I want to see a rematch of that fight at some point.
I think we can make that happen. So we're going to have to make that happen sometime. So next fight, lightweight division, Blade Flyer taking on Chinowales.
Yeah, Blade Flyer is a black belt, plenty of experience in the game, but not as much as Chinowales, who's a master green belt. That means he's got a lot of fights and plenty of experience. Should make for a good matchup to cap off this portion of the live broadcast.
Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys. The health really, really high for both guys, so that should really play a factor into the fight. The one thing I think stands out, submission skills for Blade Flyer, even though he's a boxer. He's got good submission skills, especially when compared to Chinowales.
Yeah, Chinowales a little low on the submissions. He's got a good ground game, though, so he's probably going to have pretty solid submission defense. He'll have good wrestling defense, and he'll have good awareness on the ground. It's not like he's going to be completely a fish out of water, but you're also not going to see him pull off anything fancy like that knee bar we saw earlier tonight. That knee bar out of the half guard was a beautiful move.
Well, here comes Chinowales, 4-2 with a Stikforce record. Great stand-up. About 85% of his overall wins have come by the way of knockout or TKO.
And he's got blue hair.
You're very jealous, aren't you?
Yep, kind of.
Here's Blade Flyer. Stikforce record of 3-7, but typically has very, very good fights.
Looks very serious coming out to the cage.
Look at the records between these two guys. A little bit more of an experience factor when it comes to Chinowales. Altogether, he's had almost 2,000 fights.
Ladies
very
and
nice.
Gentlemen, it's showtime. We thank you for joining us at the HP Pavilion. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. with a background in boxing, fighting out of China, Mizuto Kikuchi.
It's nice to see that he's got the blue hair and the blue gloves.
And some interesting tattoos.
He's got a lot of interesting tattoos. I don't know what the heck's going on there. What is
Is
that?
that a dominatrix
Introducing
thing?
his opponent, fighting
Look at that,
out of the
Space
red
Ghost.
corner, trained in the discipline of boxing, fighting out of the United States, the Samurai Fred Smith.
Are those matching armband tattoos on either arm? He must have been around in the 90s.
Quite possibly.
He enjoyed
Are you
1998.
ready?
He lost a
Are
bet.
you ready?
And the tattoo parlor.
Let's get it on.
Slack Goldberg.
Here we go. Blade Flyer taking on Chino Wales lightweight division.
Double Goldberg. Stand-up battle will begin here. Chino Wales with the blue hair, black shorts.
And these guys, they're just going to go right at it here. They're not going to waste any time.
No way.
Look at the speed on these two guys.
Look at all the hideous tattoos on Chino Wales.
Oh, there are some interesting ones there, including the fishbone there on the left arm.
Trying to decide what's going on his back, too. Is that a chick?
I think so.
Very nice.
You should know, I think you used to date her a long time
Man,
ago.
these guys are throwing.
Oh, absolutely. It's lightning fast. Don't blink.
Yeah. Throwing caution in the wind, just throwing fists like crazy.
Oh,
big
Blade
shot.
Flyer with a big shot. Whoa,
Chino
Chino Wales in
combo.
trouble. He's down.
Blade flares all over him. It's like he had turbo button on his controller.
That health, I talked about that earlier, though, and that played a factor there because not too many people could survive a beating like that.
I literally lost count of how many punches Blade Flyer landed there on Chino Well because he was just going nuts. It was like a 14-punch combo.
Well, those are the most damaging when you hit a guy and you stun him, and he gets his guard down, but he doesn't fall down, and you can just land some shots on him while he's still in a daze standing up.
Blade Flyer was looking to pass there. Chino Well actually able to recover full guard, though. Nice move by Chino Well to protect himself a little bit.
Now, he has some submission skills, like you said, when it comes to Blade Flyer. He had solid submission skills, but you go back to March Mayhem 5 on the live broadcast, he defeated Captain Wild 14 by submission. So we've seen him win on the ground before, making someone tap out.
Yes, up. Oh, there's a nice turn there by Chino Wales. Now he's on top in half guard.
Now, I'll be very interesting to see, though, if he wants to keep the fight down on the ground or if he wants to stand back up. Low submission skills. Doesn't mean he doesn't want to stay on the ground, though. At least take advantage of this position and try to wear down Blade Flyer a little bit.
Does Blade Flyer have blue sideburns?
Yes, he does.
That's not Chino Wales' hair just rubbing off. He's actually got blue sideburns.
Is the dye dripping off his hair onto the man's sideburns?
If it's a fresh dye job, that could happen. I did not notice Blade Flyer having blue sideburns before,
Do you think that they both wanted blue hair and they flipped the coin and Chino Wales won and he got the blue hair?
then he felt bad and said, okay, you can have blue sideburns.
Maybe. Look at the stamina all the way down for Blade Flyer.
Well, Chino Wales is continuously punching him. Body, 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 body.
It's like he's just hitting a heavy bag right now.
Yeah.
Combination, give me 100.
You've seen it. They take the bag, they throw the bag on the ground, and they just pound away at it. It's pretty much what he's doing right now.
I mean, Blade Flyer has absolutely no stamina at all. He is totally worn down in his torso.
Tenderizing the body.
There's still 2 minutes left to go here in this first round.
He's got to pass to a more dominant position though if he
I don't
wants to
think he
finish
can
him.
move right now, though. I think he's paralyzed because he has no stamina.
Oh well, I'm talking about Chino Wales. He's got to pass that half guard.
But he doesn't have that many great submission skills, so I think he wants.
Well,
to
I don't think he
do it
wants a
here.
submission. I just don't think he's going to finish him from half guard.
Right, but I don't even think his ground skills were that great. I don't think he wants to chance anything, so he's just like, I'll just stand here and pummel the guy.
Pummel the guy for the next minute and a half.
Sure, why not?
He's turning his body into like Jello.
We need a doctor right now to check if there's internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Somebody get Dr. Knockout over here. He's not doing anything right now.
Dr. Knockout can come check on him, see if he's got blood coming out of any of his orifices.
Do you think he's a real doctor, though?
No, I think he's a knockout doctor.
Oh, okay.
I believe. He was victorious
Clean break.
by disqualification. Oh, look, John McCarthy said, okay, I got
Wow.
bored.
That's
That was
insane.
boring.
Was he taking a nap over there in the corner?
He's like, come on, man, you can only punch him for so long.
By the way, if you're not in there right now, get in the chat room, easportsmma.com. Take part in the conversation.
Nick Lang's over there. It's good to see Nick Lang.
Remember, the key word is pop.
Nice combo there again by Blade Flyer.
Let's see if Blade Flyer's a little bit more aggressive here after taking that beating on the ground.
Yeah.
Both these guys lightning quick with their fists. Look at that right there, with chinowales. I mean, he's landed 2, 3, 4 punches before most people can throw one.
This guy's very fast. Back and forth battle here.
Final 30 seconds.
Chinowales is attacking him like he gave him that bad tattoo on his chest.
What's worse, the tattoo on his chest or the matching arm tattoos for Blade Flyer?
I'm going to say just Blade Flyer. At least Chinowales has got,
Some originality?
some originality. Nothing wrong with Blade Flyer's matching arm tattoos. It's just something you would do in the late 90s. And it seemed cool then, but now in 2011, you're like, oh.
I think he was drunk one night, forgot he had it on one arm. Oh, look at that.
Was he knocked out?
No, he survived.
Oh.
Saved by the bell there. A big shot to end the first round by
It
Chinowales.
seemed like he was actually knocked out there as the bell rang.
Look
I
at
heard
that.
sounds that sounded like a knockout.
Chinowales went down right there, but holds on. No, what I was going to say was, do you think that he got one of the tattoos, and then some other night that maybe he had drank a little bit too much and decided to go get another tattoo and forgot he had it on the one arm?
That's
Like the design, and then next thing you know, he's like, oh, man.
Look, Chinowales got the same one too.
Ready. Let it up. Get it. Oh.
Those tribal tattoos rung around your arm are the male version of the tramp stamp. Pretty much.
You know what's really sad, though? I won't name my friend, but I have a buddy of mine.
He's got a tramp stamp?
No.
Oh, okay.
He got the tribal tattoo, but he didn't get it 10 years ago when it was popular. He got it about a year ago.
Well, yeah, it's probably best you don't name him.
I won't do that to him.
It's like a girl going out and get a tramp stamp now.
It's like, what are you, in England or something? 10 years behind?
Yeah.
Actually, Canada?
This is good. This is cool, right? It's totally cool.
Look at the action right here. These
Look at
guys are
that
throwing,
fist.
man.
This is Fists of Fury. I watched Bruce Lee before this.
This is just a boxing fight at this point, too.
Fastball, exciting.
Oh! Look
big
at that.
shot.
Blade Flyer is stunned right here.
Chinowales all over him.
Good job by Blade Flyer, just doing anything he could right there. No, not take any more punishment.
It's like an exciting boxing fight, not like a regular boxing fight, which is a lot of times kind of, not exciting.
Oh, you didn't like the heavyweight fight over the weekend?
No, I didn't watch it. I just
It
heard
was
about
absolutely horrible. I actually watched it.
I'm sorry.
And not late at night. I watched it when it was live from Germany, and I regret it.
Is that on free TV, I hope?
No.
You had to pay for it?
No, it was a pay-per-view. It was
okay.
cable.
Okay, well, that's all right then.
I won't make that mistake again.
Next Strikeforce card is still a couple weeks away.
Yeah, that's coming up on July 30th. Dan Henderson, Fedor Emelianenko.
It's an exciting... Oh!
Look out, Chinowales in trouble here.
What a back-and-forth fight here. Oh, he's busted open. I think his eye fell out.
Wow.
Dear God. Does Big John pick that up and put it in his pocket?
He needs to go over there and check out the lay of the land.
Man. I swear I saw an eyeball fly out.
Was this any given Sunday?
Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell?
No. Al
She wasn't in
Pacino, Cameron Diaz.
Pretty sure she was in it. She had a bit part.
Was she?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Bit part.
maybe. I just remember the one part
Nude,
where
of course.
the guy had his eyeball pop out on the field.
And I'm pretty sure she had a bit part.
I'm sure you'd know if that happened with her role.
Great back and forth fight here. Blade Flyer and Chinowales. Chinowales with the blue hair. Blade Flyer in the red gloves. Oh, and he hurt
Chinowales in trouble again. Blade Flyer trying to finish it off here. And once again, Chinowales is going to be able to hold on. Pulls guard there. And look at a trip.
Nice. What a fight this has been. Chinowales and Blade Flyer leaving it all out there. Chinowales only has one eye at this point.
Look at that, man. Goes
Blade
to half
Flyer
guard.
turns him.
These guys are really turning up the volume.
What a great matchup here. Kudos to Ruptat for putting this together as our main event for our first portion of the card tonight.
We didn't think this fight could get any faster or have more action, and these guys have found a way to do it.
Absolutely. Back and forth, just going nuts in here inside the cage tonight.
By the way, it's going to be a slip and slide in there in just a minute with all the blood that's being spilled.
I hope nobody steps on Chino's eye. Imagine that.
That'd be quite the souvenir, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you're in the third row and you catch that.
What do you think you could get for that on eBay?
Oh, probably a lot.
At least $50?
Oh, I'd say like 500.
Ooh.
You find a fight fan, there's a market for anything.
Can you authenticate it, though?
I don't know how many eyeballs you're going to find.
I don't think they'll let you sell eyeballs on eBay.
No? They
No.
will ban your account for that?
People have tried to sell bodily functions, and that does not work.
Way back in the day, we tried selling my pee on eBay for people that did drugs. So it was clean.
That got pulled after about an hour.
It did, yeah. That's true. That
Coming up with just a minute left to go with this fight, and you can see Blade Fire gets full mount.
He's got full mount. He has a minute here to finish Chino if he can get... Oh, and he stands up. That may have been a mistake.
This fight is still up for grabs here.
Absolutely. I couldn't even begin to venture a guess who's winning so far. This has been such a great back-and-forth battle. These guys can have all the hideous tattoos they want. They're great fighters.
Absolutely, man.
Don't take it.
Oh, Chino Wales stunned again. Look at this, man. He's going for a takedown.
Desperation takedown attempt by Chino Wales. Blade Flyer is defending, looking to go around the back.
30 seconds left to go here.
They're back to their feet. 30 seconds left to do something. What a fantastic fight here.
These guys just throwing caution to the wind here. Final 20 seconds. Standing, trading.
Chino Wales connected again. 2 more shots. I'd hate to be a judge on this fight if we end up going to the cards later.
Final 10 seconds. Is this one going to go the distance? Amazing fight between these two. We'll go to the judges' scorecards.
Do we have one more round? Is there one more round? I believe there's one more round. Am I right? Am I wrong? This has been such an exciting fight, I've lost count.
Crazy fight between these two. See the highlights of that third round. Chino Wales going down there.
Yeah, round 3 coming up. It's not over yet, Fritz.
How we mix that up?
Don't write this off. I'm ready for a third round.
For some reason, I was thinking that was the third round.
Show me Chino Wales' face. It was
Look at
packed
this.
in like 5
Oh,
rounds of action.
no,
Oh, his
man.
eyeball is still there. John McCarthy must have pushed it back in the
Are
socket.
you ready? Let's get it on!
That is a nasty, nasty cut, though, on the left side of his face. Third round here. And no, I have not been drinking.
Other than Mountain Dew.
I'm all hopped up on the dew tonight. That could be the problem.
Great battle here thus far. Chino Wales.
Look at Blade Flyer. He just comes out swinging once again.
These guys have been non-stop action.
And you look at that. He is just throwing hook after hook. What goes to the body a little bit there?
It's a new breed of fighters. We've seen guys that actually can go out and do this in real life. Just go out there and constantly move and punch and kick. It's just, it's incredible.
And the thing is, you almost need to stay active and keep throwing punches just so your opponent can't throw a punch. And Blade Flyer stunned here.
Chino Wales got him again. He got him with a big shot, but Blade Flyer just defending, backing up. Great technique by both guys. Blade Flyer realized he was hurt. He remained calm. He just backed away, waited till he recovered from that big shot.
And just when you think one guy starts to get the advantage, the other guy comes back and look at this. Chino Wales is stunned now.
Unbelievable. Back and forth, stunned action for both guys. I'm waiting for a double knockout at some point.
That would be awesome.
There would be nothing better.
And Blade Flyer comes right back. Look at that through a combination. Good kick to the midsection, though, by Chino Wales.
These guys just punching each other in the face,
Another nice kick to the body.
waiting for the other guy to fall down.
It's like one guy lands a couple punches, then the other guy comes right back. Straight out of the page of Rocky.
Incredible matchup here in our main event. This first portion of the card, Stikforce 3. Matchmaker Rupdat. If you want to get in on this action, by all means, jump on the board. EASportsMMA.com.
You see Chino Wales trying to go to the body a little bit more here. For the most part, these guys just going head hunting.
This is a wild fight. Unlike the matchup we saw between Leonard Garcia and the Korean Zombie their first time out.
Oh, yes.
They just went out there and brawled. They said, all right, we're just going to fight. Yes, mixed martial arts, it's a sport. It's also a fight, though, so sometimes it's just a crazy brawl.
Good body work right there by Blade Flyer. Look at the stamina for Blade Flyer all the way down, and Chino Wales pushing him up against the cage. And a big takedown.
Slam takedown there. Into half guard. Looking to pass, he gets the side control. Let's see what he does with it here.
He's just smacking him upside the head.
Giving him cauliflower ear.
This is what we saw in the first round where he held Blade Flyer down in his position and just kept working him over.
Digging away at that head and ear. Blade Flyer blocking some of those shots now. He's got to get out of his position, though. He's got to shoot that underhook and try and turn out.
You can see both arms of Blade Flyer are covered in Chino Wales' blood.
Yeah. Blade Flyer's either got to turn him here or shoot that far arm underneath for an underhook to either regain half guard, full guard, or turn him. To just lay there, you're just going to take shots to the body and head, which you don't want to do, obviously.
Absolutely not.
Chino Wales on top.
At this point, I think Chino Wales, he'll be happy to just hold his position and just
try and grind out this round, and hopefully he won one of those other rounds in his mind.
Look at that. He tried to advance there. Now he stands up.
Stands up, back to their feet they go. Back to the body is Chino Wales. Blade Flyer backing up.
And he is just hunting him right now. Good body work. Look at that three-punch combination to the body.
Blade Flyer just trying to recover somehow.
And now he fires back with a couple shots.
Great bloody battle between these two guys. Just over a minute left in the third round.
Blade Flyer's got him in trouble again. Big right hand. Trying to finish this fight here.
Oh, but the strength of Chino Wales to continue on, the health we talked about at the beginning of the fight was so high on both these guys. They've been hurt and knocked down so many times, yet they continue to survive.
It's almost like Blade Flyer just stands there, takes a little bit of punishment, saves up his stamina what he can, and then fires back with everything they can in a big flurry.
I'm not sure either guy can be knocked out at this point. They can be stunned, they can be knocked down, but they don't seem to be able to be knocked out.
It's going to have to be an incredible combination to finish either guy off at this point. 30 seconds left to go.
I think Big John would have to pull a pair of brass knucks out of his pocket to knock one of these guys out.
This round is anybody's guess. And Blade Flyer's stunned here.
Oh, he's
taking huge punches to the body.
Chino Wales with a 10-punch combo to the body, it seemed like.
Unreal. Final 10 seconds of this battle.
Oh, man, how are the judges going to see this fight?
This has been one of the best fights we've ever seen here on the live broadcast.
There will be... Oh, wow!
What a finish to that fight! Once again, Chino Wales saved by the bell.
How will the judges see this fight? There's no real loser in this matchup. It doesn't matter. What a fantastic battle between these two guys.
A big left hook to finish things off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision.
Split decision.
Samurai Fred
Wow.
Smith.
Could have been that last shot at the end. Who knows? What a great fight. Hats off to Blade Flyer and Chino Wales.
Yeah, give it up to both of these guys and put on an incredible show. You look at the numbers here.
Whoa.
And the number of strikes overall, Chino Wales landing almost double the amount of strikes. A lot of those were done, though, in the first round and then in the last round, landing those shots on the ground. But I think when it comes to power strikes, Blade Flyer got more of those, more knockdowns overall, but extremely close fight. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was a fantastic matchup. Chino Wales went for almost 1,000 strikes as it was.
Yeah,
I've never seen a number near that high in this game.
That was ridiculously crazy. So what a night of fights to get things going here on the live broadcast. MMA Bless submission win in the first fight over Afro Kiwi, getting a knee bar on. Dr. Knockout. Coming back in the second round of his fight after struggling in the first round, but he gets a disqualification win over Smokum, who
Something
happened. He ended up leaving the broadcast. And then, what a fight to finish things off in the lightweight division with Blade Flyer getting the split decision victory over Chino Wales.
I think that might be the best fight we've ever had here on the live broadcast.
Incredible fight. Don't go anywhere. We've got more action coming your way. Stick around here for more here on the live broadcast of EA Sports MMA.